Well, good afternoon, everybody, or good morning if you're watching this in the morning. Today is May 13, 2020, and today we're sitting here with Scott Behn, who is CEO of Aureon. And we welcome you to our West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce Business Insights series. So this is a wonderful CEO Insights, wonderful way to learn about our local CEOs and thought leaders, of which, Scott, you certainly are one. And I want to introduce who Aureon is. So Aureon is a full suite, offers a full suite of solutions, including technology, consulting, contact center. You do a lot of different things to help companies, and as I was reading and digging in. So tell us a little bit about Aureon, some of your key services, and we'd love to hear more.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, Aureon has been around for 30 years. The name changed over to Aureon about 3 years ago, ballpark. I came on board a little less than a year ago to take it into the next phase of Aureon's growth cycle. As you mentioned, we have a consulting group that does typically IT and project consulting, mostly throughout the Midwest. We have a call center or a contact center based in Iowa, which most of our clients really enjoy. And clients like Brunel, from the gun manufacturer all the way through Hyundai motor cars. So they'll with some of their new products, they were looking for a Midwestern soothing voice to have some of their new products on their Hyundai cars coming over to us. And then our technology group, where we'll serve business to business with direct internet connections or firewalls, security system for their IT, all the way to serving international and enterprise customers throughout the United States. And many of our cell towers in Iowa are coming through our transport. The vast number of cell phone calls as you're traveling in Iowa, most likely they're riding on Aureon internet backbone.
Oh, interesting. I don't think a lot of people knew that.
No, we are going to be investing in 2020. We'll be investing almost 57,000 or almost 21,000. Gee whiz, make that $27 million into Iowa for infrastructure.
Wow.
So we continue to invest heavily into Iowa. We believe in Iowa 100%, and we're here to make Iowa what it can be. Make Iowa be Iowa.
Well, we love that, and we've got a lot of rural communities that need that kind of service, and we were just talking. You're calling from your home in Cumming, Iowa, and so there's a lot of different areas, a lot of different population sets within Iowa. So that's great. It sounds like a wonderful service.
Thank you. And our ownership is roughly 130 independent telephone companies all over the state of Iowa, and that's our ownership. So we were originally put together to be able to serve those customers or those companies to be able to serve rural America, and we've continued to grow from that.
Love that. Well, that's so good to know. I mean, having access to Wi-Fi and broadband is key, especially right now, since we're in the middle of COVID and we're so heavily reliant on technology to keep business going and keep our connections with our family and loved ones moving. So even more now. I can't imagine being in this situation, not having the technology to lean on during this time.
Yeah, this whole lockdown would be certainly much different 15 years ago. The ability to do business, the ability to stay connected with family and friends, really it would have been so much different 15 or even less years ago.
Yeah, it is amazing. And it's so incredible how fast technology is changing and innovation. And so do you see, what we're all going through right now, who nobody predicted this was going to happen, which is crazy. What do you see your industry changing at all due to COVID-19? Because we are so heavily reliant on your services.
That's a really, really, really good question. So, as I mentioned, 130 independent telephone companies throughout rural Iowa, many of those have asked for more bandwidth and ordered more bandwidth from us. So, in many cases, they might be already doubling their bandwidth that they previously ordered from us because of everyone using internet at home, and video is a huge consumption of bandwidth. So they've ordered more and more services from us to be able to keep up with that demand from their customers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think, a lot of people are like, boy, this technology is not good for us, but holy mackerel, I can't imagine, not having it during this time. It's really revolutionized so many things, but there's always the naysayers out there too, talking about the disadvantages of technology and separating us. But I really think right now it's bringing us closer together. So.
Yep, I agree. Without it, this would have been a very difficult last 8 weeks. Yeah.
Really difficult. So you're leading a company of 500 employees. You have grown so much since you're almost 1 year as CEO. As a leader, what do you think are some of the key traits that you've had to really, I guess, prove to your team that, we're going to get through this? What are those leadership qualities that you think you've really had to lean on during this time to help build that vision for your 500 employees?
Well, I mean, in some cases, and this happens pretty much every place. It doesn't matter the size of the company, but working from home in many companies previously would have been thought of as sort of a part-time gig. You get to do the yard work and you get to do all these things, and you're saying you're working from home. Well, what we're currently doing, now and going forward, when we're working from home, we are working from home. Our ability to have meetings, spontaneous or planned meetings, be able to look at productivity, look at all those type of things are available to us working remote. So getting our employees to understand that we mean business when we're working from home.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, I am so proud of the Aureon team because they really rallied behind that. We went from on March 13th, Friday the 13th, at about 2 p.m, deciding that we were going to work from home that next week. Within that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we had 91% of our workforce working from home.
Wow.
And we didn't miss a beat. We had those initial hiccups working with IT, and then reminding people in some cases that that they do need to be working from home. And then in some cases, people are working too much from home. So then we have to remind them to take breaks, and this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. So take good care of yourself and your families.
Yeah, good words of wisdom. That's for sure. Know when to stop. I'm talking to you from my bedroom. My bed is literally like 2 feet away. So it's so it's like work for me never stops. I dream about work.
Sure.
It's kind of wild. So I read in a business record article that you have 5 children and 7 grandchildren. At least at the time I read this article. You might have more now, but
Yep.
is that still true? Okay.
Yep.
How's your family holding, up during all this? You've got a big family, so.
Pretty good, actually pretty good. All 5 of the grandkids, or all 5 of our children and their significant others all live in Wisconsin. And so we're missing them tremendously, but again, through technology, getting a chance to see the grandkids, getting a chance to see them, having Zoom meetings or one-on-one conversations, and just all the normal mom and dad conversations,
Mhm.
but you're not able to do it in person. So
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to get back to Wisconsin and hug the grandkids now.
So that was what I was just going to ask you. What's the one thing you're really excited about once things do start to loosen up, which they're starting, to loosen up? What
Oh
are you
yeah,
most excited about?
hugging grandkids,
Yeah.
um, hugging grandkids, and probably putting the boat in the water up at the lake,
Mm.
and getting the grandkids out in the boat again too.
Oh, nice. Now, where do you lake? Where's your lake?
Um, we are up in a little town called Winneconne, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
My wife and I both went to high school there, and
Mm.
it's out by Oshkosh around, it's about 35 minutes south of Green Bay.
Oh, it sounds beautiful. Nothing's better than lake life. I love that. Oh, that's awesome.
I do enjoy it.
That's so good. Well, thank you so much, Scott. It's nice to meet you, and we're so glad you're in the Greater Des Moines area. You're such a highly valued West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce member and partner, and we do a lot of work together. So we just really highly value you and your leadership.
Well, thank you very much, and we certainly appreciate everything West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce does for our area. It's very undersung talent, and what you bring to the community is not measured.
Well, thank you. We're a mighty team of five. We work really hard, but we care deeply about our community, and we're just here to serve and to help support our businesses and our employees and keep the West Des Moines region strong. That's why we exist every single day, and so we hope we're helping to contribute. So yeah. So thank you so much for your time.
Very good.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Very good.
Thank you,
Bye now.
Scott. Bye now.